More guys. I know it's been a while since I've done a video for y'all. I'll try to be quick. I hope y'all can see me majority of the time, but unfortunately, when I get home, that's usually the time when the sun goes down over here. But enough about that. The topic that I want to talk about in this vlog is about um, a TLC star by the name of Whitney Thore. She's the star on the show called My Big Fat Fabulous Life. Going on its 11th or 12th season right now. So she's been on TV for at least a decade. She did get viral over a YouTube video called Fat Girl Dancing. The rant that I do have, and I want to try to say this in a way that doesn't provoke conflict. I'm not here to body shame. In fact, I don't really, I don't dislike Whitney as a person. But there's some things that I've seen from the show that I really just don't like or I have to question. So I would say initially, like the earlier seasons that I've seen, I would say one personality trait that I don't like about Whitney is her behavior, like her neediness. And I do hope that young girls who do see this video knows, or at least thinks like that her behavior at her age is not okay. It's, if y'all think this is okay, it is not. It is not okay to be in your 30s or 40s acting the way that she's acting. So I'll get that out of the way. Another, fast forward to, I'd say season 10, I believe, is when she decided to go on a date with this guy named Chase Severino. And they were dating for about 6 months. He proposed to her and everything like that. But I also seen snippets of where he was saying he wasn't sure if he really wants to have kids or anything because, there was an age gap. Which, he was 29, she was 35. And she just had this big rush in her head where she was like, oh, I gotta, I'm 35, I'm almost getting close to menopause to where I can't have children anymore. So, she's, in a sense, in a panic and in a rush to want to go ahead and get married and have kids. And the question I have to ask is, why is she waiting until she's 35 before she decides to quote unquote settle down? Why didn't she find her man when she was in college if she wanted a traditional family? That's something that, I don't understand. I've seen a lot of girls, who are about my age. I'm about to be 33 this year. And, there's women who are my age or maybe a little bit older. And they have this sheer panic where they want to hurry up and get married and have children. And, I know it's not the same situation as it is with Whitney. But it's kind of like, so you wanted to go and have your fun while you were in your 20s, partying, dating, who, everyone on your bucket list, so to speak. And now you hit the age of 30 to 35, and now you want to, hurry up and settle down. Now you want to be traditional, Whitney, in my opinion, would not be a traditional wife because of her neediness. She would probably have to get the most submissive guy without a backbone in order to have a relationship with. I personally don't think the whole relationship with her and Chase was 100% real. I think Chase decided to jump on board because he needed that TLC money to open up his bar down in, Wilmington or whatever that place is over in North Carolina. So I think it was just for a paycheck, just my opinion. Because he wouldn't have gotten his bar open as quickly as he could have if it wasn't for that extra TLC money. But one thing I would have to question about, Whitney Thore is her friends. because she seems to have this obsession about finding her soulmate, which I understand. Everyone wants to have a soulmate, or a majority of people do, and I have nothing against that at all. But she seems to be overly obsessed about it. And her personality and her behavior is going to be the type that's going to drive most, regular dudes away. They're not going to want to be with someone who's like her. And it's not really because of her size or anything like that. It's just because of the way she behaves. She is immature. I will, admit to that. But why hasn't one of her friends I have to question, has one of her friends ever sat down with her and actually had a talk with her and tell her this is why she's not, finding the man of her dreams or her soulmate or whatever, because this kind of behavior can scare guys off, because I've actually been with someone who was like, I've been with another Whitney before. And that was not a very happy time in my life, because it was like, in that relationship, it wasn't like I had my own life anymore. It was like my life became her life at that point. Like I couldn't do anything I wanted to do without her say so, So I decided, I didn't need that in my life. So that one reason why I broke that relationship off. But anywho, this is not a video to attack anyone. So I hope no one gets offended. If y'all have any, comments or, anything like that, or any jabs that you want to give at me, hey, go right ahead. I'm willing to listen to everyone. But I think I've said enough on here, so I'll catch y'all on the next video. See ya.